Oh yeah, of you watching online and wondering why the guys are laughing behind the scene on the camera. Bum bum bum. It's Wednesday, folks. It's midweek. This is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show. 96.9 Bonn, 96.1 in Encyclopedia Nimba County. The voice of Grand Judah carrying us live. This is the TBS on Truth FM. You don't want to miss it. Mondays to Friday, we ride on your radio. Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Truth FM broadcasting 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, 365 days in the year. When you wake up in the morning, it's got to be God. Last night, the city experienced a very, very heavy storms. And was wondering what's happening. We're so close to the rain season. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the TBS. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Yes, good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. You listen to Truth FM. Yes, my name is O'Neill. Oh, yes, congratulatory messages all around. You don't know it all, Peter. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. At long last. Oh, Peter Nizwa. You don't know it all. Good morning, folks. Good morning to all of you listening. Good morning to our Southern listeners, the chairman of the Southern Listener Association, Professor Richmond Anderson. Good morning to you. I'm sure you're doing pretty fine. Professor Anderson promised me that the midterm at the University of Liberia, I'll be guest lecturer in one of his mass communication classes. Yes, I will appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, this is O'Neill Rebels, MARKA Dennis, on a Wednesday morning. Good morning, MARKA. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, O'Neill, and it's midweek, eh?
Yes, midweek.
Okay, it's midweek. Oh. Good morning to
okay. Bobby Bleedy Addison, suspension lifted. The man don't obey doing a regular thing. He said something a message, and I didn't respond to it. Okay, yeah, you're offensive. I will use as well. No as well will promote you as us. Let's read up Bobby Bleedy Addison. Morning motivation. 4 things that can never be recovered. The stone after it's thrown. The word after it's spoken. The occasion after it is missed. And the time after it is gone. I mean, these are 4 things can never be recovered. Bobby Bleedy Addison with our morning motivation. Welcome back on base.
Thank you, Bobby. I think those words are very strong and they are really a lesson for people to know. And normally, people will say, when you say things, you can't take it back. Yeah, when you say things, you can't take them back. So yes, folks, good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. To the people of District Number 1 in Grand Jita County and the people of Nimba County.
Good morning.
I'm specific to you because yes, you are going through it. You are preparing for an election.
20 days to go.
Yes,
in a by-election.
By-elections in Nimba and District 1 Grand Jita County. Good morning to all of our wonderful listeners across the country. Our base in MARKA County. Let me say good morning to all of you. We appreciate your participation on the show. Yes, don't feel we are in any way, embarrassed or feel any way by your calls. It is very important that you interact with us. Yes, and we hold you guys in very high esteem. Good morning to all of you this morning. To our followers in Grand Bassa, good morning to you. We cherish all of you, our followers, and to those of you who are always calling to participate on the show. We are grateful that at least you join us in the morning for us to do breakfast together. Yes, good morning on you.
Yes, good morning. Let me apologize on behalf of MARKA. His phone got missing for 6 hours. What? You get Joseph Burger was going to appoint you now. How you going to manage?
Guess what?
6 hours the man phone. It was on. Oh.
I'm a village people.
No access to it.
I'm a village people.
Guess
people,
what?
Man. Do you know that I missed a foreign minister call?
Look at that.
I'm serious.
You mean our former friend?
I said, no, our friend. No. I said, explicit confidence that woman will perform.
No, I'm sorry. I slip up.
When you see this.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You see, I'm my village people.
You missed a Kara's great call, dude?
No.
You missed Mama Molo call?
No.
So what you excited about the foreign minister call?
I missed the foreign minister call. Okay. This is sad.
You missed Senator Johnson call?
No.
Okay. You missed the call? Yeah.
But why one miss?
Y'all don't read.
He never called.
No, y'all habit is so bad on the phone.
He doesn't even respond to text messages.
I know how you manage the whole campaign.
Even you
the main campaign chairman was calling, he can't pick up call.
I'm worried about my people of Yahweh Minnesota District Number 9.
Okay.
How we will even have access if Yan wins as Senator of Nimba.
He don't call.
Yeah.
He don't text.
Doesn't pick call.
He don't reply.
Text message. In fact, opponents call him elite. So maybe you can talk to those who are elites. So my people are young women, so I'm really worried for us.
You missed the call of the former president?
No.
George Weah?
No. The only call I missed, that's why I show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know it all.
Reverend Sarah Beslow Yanti.
Yeah.
Mom, thank you so much. My phone went temporarily missing for for about 6 hours. So I didn't have access to my phone.
The answer recovery team.
The
other recovery team, he pounded the phone a while.
Yeah.
Got there. Good morning, folks. This is the Breakfast Show. 40 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Let's see what we have for the lineup this morning. Interesting. This is Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Covers the 15 counties. Yes, in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. That's why we do our utmost best to balance everything we say through our widest courage that Liberians listen to us. Yes, someone said to us, MARKA, people don't love the journalists that balance the issue, but the journalists that will drag the politician to the worst way, these are the people they cherish so much.
Like what's happening with Segu Dugle.
Yeah. The journalists that will drag the politician to the baddest, to the worst.
A professional young man doing a piece of job is being dragged by people.
Yeah.
And now we are seeing leak recording where people are saying things that used to happen not happening again, so that the reason they are dragging.
Before you do your lineup, let me just end with this statement. We the professionals, that's what kind of country is this? The professionals are not cherished. But the ones that go the ugly way that one Liberian people love.
Yeah, they will go for that.
So that recording that we have listened to for the National Port Authority, we want to call it NSA. I mean, NYPD in America. LAPD, this kind of oil they will trace it. They'll go deep down into it.
Oh yeah, because some defense will be that it is doctor, it's not real, it's this that.
No.
But I listen to that conversation. That's a natural conversation between two persons. Nothing made up about that recording. And in fact, I commented on one of the posts, and I said this recording, as per my knowledge, it is a natural conversation between two men. It's nothing made up. It's not doctored. Nothing.
Damn, man.
So that's what it is.
You won't be suspended. Will you replace you?
We're trying to make unrealistic comparison here. David Cote will bring us the help tips.
How many people want David Cote job? The job that David Cote doing every morning. I have been counting more than 10 persons now.
We start receiving communication from some people who want to be doing this help tip.
Yeah, help tip. They say David Cote now.
The way you got to do your best to keep your job.
They say 10 you over. He going 2 years now. 10 you finish.
Yeah, so the help tips coming up shortly with David Cote this morning. As regular clock will bring you the review of the local dailies to bring you up to speed with what's happening or what the print media is reporting. Again, in our studio chat this morning, part 2, urgent need for President MARKA to tour government hospitals and see condition for himself. That we raised the issue yesterday. We'll pass through on it this morning again. And then disenchanted Unity Party district coordinators planning a protest against appointment and nomination, says no monkey work, Babu enjoy. Okay, federal candidates in Nimba County by election.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Again, CDC plan protest postponed to May 7. Okay,
I can't say I carry great long communication.
They won't do it in April. No. They themselves in federal April.
Yeah, April anyway.
They themselves in federal April.
Yes.
Okay.
10 paragraph. I'm coming forward to you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So and 8:15 this morning, we give you the opportunity to talk to your leader up to 8:30 to 9:15 this morning. Hey, this is a big one. The new sheriff in the city of Painesville, Painesville City Mayor Robert Bestman, will be our guest this morning on the first segment of the show. The people of Painesville, come and listen to your mayor this morning. He will be talking to us about his plans, what he brings on the table, his vision for the city, what is he doing to make, what he plans to do to make Painesville the greenest city in Liberia. The greenest city in Liberia. So this morning we will have the city mayor, Honorable Robert Bestman, with us on the TBS up to 9:15 this morning. 9:15 will bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you proudly by Orange Liberia. At 9:15 to 10 o'clock, the Secretary General, the National Secretary General of the Liberia National Bar Association, Councilor Bonavama, will join us up to 10 o'clock this morning to talk more about the bar's activities, especially the upcoming General Assembly in the country. So that's the lineup for the breakfast this morning. Councilor Bonavama will be with us on the last segment of the show. In the midst of all, country first.
Yes, country first. In extension, we'll have later on in the show, Representative Thomas Goshua respond on the Bee Mountain thing. Yes, on Debbie Allen. Yes. Sure. Beautiful lineup. Awards were announced to you by Friday. Hopefully, we'll have the MCC city mayor with us. The TBS.
The TBS. So I went to do a very short presentation at
how are you speaking in the morning? Yeah, but I just tuned in a little bit late. Yeah.
But guess what? I didn't listen to the news.
You listen to it. No, but you sounded very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. But the takeaway from there was that as soon as I was done with speaking while walking through, a couple of persons say in the midst of country first, in the midst of our country
first. They said that.
Yes.
Country first.
And again, graciously, I met someone who have been a very prominent woman who have been unknowingly married me over the time, or the team over the time.
As I do.
I'm just passing through. And she say,
Cancel.
Maka, come here. And she said, wow, thank you so much. And but she calls you her son. Thank you. You my son. Your team is nice.
We came from Monrovia College.
So, and I think, let me say thanks to you for the recognition. To the extent that while I was going look for her for a card, she was also looking for me, to give me a card. Call me sometimes. I appreciate that a lot. What we do here, a lot of people who are following us and appreciate what we do. And these people are not your hardcore politicians who they wouldn't want you to say good about them sometimes. As soon as they take one
you lash at them
negative step and you mention it, then they will not pick your call again, they will not text you anymore. These are permanent people a woman with over 30 years of experience in the security sector
That's
of
not
the
too bad,
country.
Kenneth.
Yes.
Yes.
Councillor Asatoba Kenneth with over 30 years of experience in the security sector of the country. I mean, these are people who, when they appreciate you, it means you are doing well.
Yes.
Yes.
So before we bring the health tip, I said one time to Asado back Kenneth, I said, well, you are served within the immigration there. That right? Not many female will come that reach up to your level.
Oh yeah.
Yes. On a very serious note, you're a lawyer and you are security personnel for years, you know, to just get you off, and you don't interfere into no political party's affair. This is a world professional. And she said to me, well, if I'm not in government, I still have the coat. I'll go and say that in the court.
That's it.
Good morning, Asado
That's
Black
the good
Kenneth.
thing. Good
Yes.
morning to you, man.
Great. Let's bring on David Ernest Coty. Yes, his tenure will expire very soon with this health tip. We'll be looking for a new person to appoint.
The former non-elected representative. You can call me wicked, but I'm not gonna go with.
Yes. David Ernest Coty.
I was not elected, but I was there. Only participated, never
No problem. No problem. I would. Your tenure will soon expires on the health tip.
My friend, this is a 10-year position. It is for 12 years.
You want to go to the Supreme Court?
I'll go to the Supreme Court. If you remove me, I'll go to the Supreme Court. It's a 10-year job I'm doing.
Okay.
Right. I want you to remember that.
How many years, quickly, how many years this health tip job?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Well, like the 12-year contract CDC almost had, eh?
Oh, man. I'm here for, okay. Now, thank you for the opportunity. Today, our topic is bad breath. Do you have bad breath or stinky mouth? Well, don't be ashamed because you are not alone. 31.8% of the world's population of 8 billion have bad breath. 31.8% of the people in the world have bad breath. I'm not a good mathematician, but I did a calculation here.
You got me and my brother now in our category.
My calculation I made here is 2.4 billion people. Can you imagine that? So if you're having that problem, you're feeling that kind of way, oh, I don't know what God did to me, I don't know what happened, you are not the only one. There are 2.4 billion people, or 2,400,000,000 people in the world today who have bad breath. In the United States, there are 40 million people with chronic bad breath. Oh yeah, it's all over. I normally give America as the example because that's a leader when it comes to research and technology. Now, the good news is that something is done about it. But first, find out what the causes are. Number one, dirty tongue. There are millions of bacteria on your tongue that cause bad breath every day. This is why you need to clean your tongue properly. In fact, 90% of the bad breath problem comes from the tongue. Just remember that. So always clean it very well. And make sure you use a tongue cleaner. The second reason why you have bad breath is rotten teeth. Some people have rotten teeth but don't know they have rotten teeth because they have never visited a dentist. You don't go to check your teeth. You don't even know what's happening. Rotten teeth. Some of them can get rotten. And the main ones that can get rotten are the ones actually from the back. The molars, or sometimes called the wisdom teeth. Another reason for bad breath is cavity or hole in the teeth, especially that same back teeth, the molars that you used to chew to eat your everything. Now that particular one can get hole in it. And if you don't go to the clinic for them to check your mouth regularly, what will happen to you is that that hole you got in the teeth there, sometimes it will be 1, 2, 3. Rat screen will drop inside. When you eat, meat will drop there. Fish will drop there. And when it gets rotten, my friend, bad breath. Another reason for bad breath is sinusitis or sinus infection. Every human being has 4 sinuses. They are right in the forehead. In the forehead. There are holes in the forehead. And I talk about it another time. I'm just repeating that today. Now, those sinuses can sometimes get blocked or infected by bacteria. And when that happens, my friend, you will surely have bad breath. Another reason for bad breath is gum disease or gum infection. This is why I have said over and over, my friend, take your time one day. Just go to the dentist at the GFK or anywhere else. Just go to check on your mouth. When you have a gum disease, my friend, you will have bad breath. Bacteria in your throat can also cause bad breath. Right in your throat there. Sometimes you can have bacteria right in the throat. It also causes bad breath. Now, there's no particular solution for the treatment of bad breath, like I just mentioned. It depends on the reason. If the reason is dirty tongue, clean your tongue always by using your tongue cleaner. See the dentist once every 6 months to clean your teeth. It's very important. Now, listen to this one here. If you have bad coming from your tongue, coming from your teeth, coming from your throat, and coming from the sinuses, my friend, you're in serious trouble. A very serious trouble. This is why you must get out of your house and go and check. Remember this. Remember this. Do not drink tea or coffee first thing in the morning on empty stomach. I'm advising you. Those of you who are tea drinkers, coffee drinkers, it's the first thing you do in the morning. Just wake up. They bring the coffee, they bring the tea, you drink it. Especially people that only rabbits who like drink tea. Please, do not drink tea in the morning on empty stomach. You will suffer from what we call bloating, stomach disorder, or heartburn. The best thing to drink in the morning is hot water, clear hot water. 1.5 glasses in the morning. That would be very good for you instead of tea in the morning. Thank you very much for that opportunity.
Okay, so one of your listener quickly says, what is responsible for bad air pollution from the stomach? Fat smelling, very bad all the time. So maybe you do that for tomorrow.
I will have to do that tomorrow, but let me just give us more information on that.
Quickly.
It's the same thing I'm talking about drinking tea in the morning. You will suffer from bloating, and bloating simply means gas in the stomach and gas in the intestine.
Okay.
When those things happen, they can play a great role in that. So when you belch sometime in the morning, you smell your own belching from your mouth. That is very bad.
Okay.
And I will do a research on it and go in detail on it.
Okay.
Yes. But it's not good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Be thinking about your 10-year position.
12 years.
12-year contract.
12-year contract. So
no, Mac Timber. That's a young guy. He's a very young guy. 12 years. Okay, great. Folks, they're to with our health. So let's bring you the review of the local dailies. It's 2 minutes down 8 o'clock. This is the Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Yes, what's making news this morning from the print media? Oh yes, let's start out with our first stop this morning. This have to do with I'm trying to run onto the paper quickly. This have to do with the GNN newspaper, the Global News Network. Chilo Brooks is the managing editor of the GNN. Chinese illegally exploiting black sand for Liberia was captured on the entire front page of the GNN newspaper. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Investigate assault, arrest of journalist Kesali. CPJ calls on government. Well, it's also on the front page of the GNA. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Let's the back page. The back page, ministry uniforms inspector. So I'm seeing they are well dressed here on the back page. Ends the review of the GNN.
Let's go for the Analyst newspaper this morning, volume 25, number 135. $40 Liberian to grab a copy of the Analyst newspaper. The top story: 40,000 civil servants face uncertainties as CSA cleans up payrolls. Wow, the photograph of the CSA Director General Josiah Jokai on the front page of the Analyst newspaper. McGill supports War and Economic Crimes Code Quality Education, speaks to the nation in a spirited conversation. The photograph of Senator Nathaniel McGill on the front page of the Analyst newspaper. On the back page, Moneybar inspires CU senior class leadership says leadership value determines development. The former presidential candidate, Dr. Clarence Moniba, also here on the back page of the Analyst newspaper. PPCC announces transformational procurement regime. E-governance procurement system kicks off July. Well, that's it. Minister promises to revamp agriculture sector, proposes agriculture enterprise development bank. The photograph of agriculture minister J. Alexander Nuta on the back page of the Analyst newspaper. That does it for the Analyst.
Yeah, so quickly, the Independent, yeah, same old the Independent newspaper, 28 days though to go for Joseph Boyka, 100 days. He's the only paper doing the countdown. On the front page of the Independent newspaper, Harvard University invites George Weah, former President George Weah, Paul Gigamin, and others to offer insight on democracy in Africa. It's a big story on the front page from the Independent newspaper. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story and see this invitation that has been going back and forth on social media. It's a Canberra base that invited George Weah. But Harvard University invites former President George Weah to offer insight on democracy in Africa. Still on the front page of the Independent, Supreme Court reserve ruling on EPA tenure position. Position saga. You can read the rest of the story this morning.
Let's go for the New Democrat newspaper. SAR insurance defrauds clients is another story on the front page of the New Democrat newspaper, volume number 30, number 30, the Wednesday edition of the New Democrat. $40 Liberian for a copy. SAR insurance defrauds clients is a top story on the front page of the Democrat newspaper. Senate under pressure to sign War and Economic Crimes Code. Members of the House in the orange shirt, which led to the disruption of section yesterday at the House of Representatives. And the headline said a sub-lead story. Senate under pressure to sign War and Economic Crimes Code. Grab a copy of the New Democrat newspaper and read details. Let's go for the back page. Green Revolution commends Boakai for suspending FRA boss. Green Revolution commands Boakai for suspending FRA boss is another story that you can read in the New Democrat newspaper. Youth budget faces condemnation. Jeremiah Swain is on the back page of the New Democrat. Father appeals for assistance to save ailing daughter. It's another story there on the New Democrat. That does it for that paper. As we go for the final one.
Yes, I think you can do the last.
Yes, the last one is as usual, the Women Voices newspaper. A banner headline on the front page: House goes hard on King George saga. Once officers prosecuted, invites B Mountain CEO. Well, that's the lead story on the Women Voices newspaper. Women's situation room reviews 2023 elections. Holds women's political mediation and peace dialogue in Monrovia. When you're supposed to be in a photo of standing different place taking pictures.
Oh, they left you out?
I left myself out. Yes, so we were there yesterday. Again, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is captured on the front page. Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, First Lady Katumu Boakai is also captured. Many other prominent women, including the Superintendent Destiny of Nema County, Mayor Peko Gono, is also there.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. That's end the review of the local dailies. Yes. Yes, that's end the review. Thanks all of the managing editors. Those of you will check your WhatsApp quickly. Yeah, I mean, you wake up early in the morning, you send us the papers. Want to say kudos to all of you. It's not easy. Yes. Again, want to say good morning, welcome to the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. You don't know it all.
You don't know it.
You don't know it all. Yes.
As long as it's late.
Yeah.
The brother is late this morning. The brother just woke up.
That we're reading now 15. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes, so
okay.
Yes, so let's do
it. The newspaper will not see on today. The manager editor just waking up. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
This is volume 14, number 57, the Wednesday edition, April 3. This is the New Republic newspaper. Committee report on healthy. Basa lawmaker takes exception to report on BMMC saga. The photograph of Representative Thomas Goshua on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. Nebo takes Boakai to task for violating local government act. The photograph also of Eddie Jaworo as well as President Boakai. House begins deliberations on 2024 budget. The speaker and the deputy speaker are captured on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. On the back page of the New Republic newspaper, laws creating tenure positions are unconstitutional, says labor expert. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see the new labor expert.
Okay.
This is Mr. Alfonso Nieno.
Okay.
Yes, Alfonso Nieno says laws creating tenure positions are unconstitutional.
Okay. We hear you.
Yes, another sub-lead story. B Mountain donates agricultural materials to Kinjor citizens. That's good news for residents there of Kinjor. Again, breaking of the bush, controversies over Liberia's cultural theme. Okay, they want to entertainment.
Yeah, leave it for May one.
Yes. Protect the peace. CDC urges Boakai. Okay, Janga Kowo is a current chair, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he's captured on the back page of the New Republic newspaper. So you can grab a copy of the paper for $50 Liberian and read details of these stories.
Great, thank you so much. I just want you to hold on to that Janga Kowo story. Yes, protect the what? Protect the peace. So I'm trying to slide with Akara's Gray, postpone protests. Yes, so the party have spoken and said, you remember he was on the closing argument on Monday. Yes, Janga Kowo, the new party chair of the Congress for Democratic Change. He said, protect the what? Protect the peace. Yes. Good morning to all of you folks. This is the Breakfast Show. I mean, something funny happened at the Bureau of Concession. Yeah, that Flip Crossing show the morning. Yeah, something funny happened. You know, on Monday we raised a serious concern about the Bureau of Concession. Prior to our visit, we saw that place is far more than even like a park garage. I'm sorry to say that.
Yes.
All right. We also learned there was 100 employees into the system of the Bureau of Concession. And in the past administration, we had misunderstanding between the managing director, the director general, and the deputy, back and forth. Edwin Dennis and that of Nathaniel Briswell. They were all coming up in the news. Even President George Weah cited the two of them. Still, that couldn't be resolved. So after the Unity Party have won the election, and we all know that ACO, there's no doubt that ACO, was solely involved into making Unity Party to win this election. So our ACO candidate, our ACO 4 member, Bill Clinton's BN Kamara, was appointed by President Boakai as a deputy managing director for administration at the Bureau of Concession. The man received his green letter. I mean, they're listening up to this. I'll tell you the reason why the Bureau of Concession payroll had not been signed. Okay. So those of you working with the Bureau of Concession, your payroll have not gone to the CSA yet. You're not signed yet in a Liberian way. Bill Clinton's Kamara got his appointment letter signed and sealed by the president of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read President Boakai's letter to Bill.
Yeah, so it's okay. Okay. It's dated March 19, 2024. Mr. Bill Clinton's Kamara, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Mr. Kamara, I am pleased to appoint you as Deputy Director General for Administration, National Bureau of Concessions. We trust that you will continue to discharge your duties with utmost commitment, diligence, and loyalty to your country. Kind regards, sincerely, Joseph N. Boakai Sr.
The president, not long team, man, just one paragraph. So this don't require confirmation, right? Go and start the ball rolling immediately. So Bill have been going to job, empty office, empty building. That's how the Bureau of Concession look. Don't see that building on the Congo Town Road. Everything empty in that building. Nothing is in that. Even decks, you can't have it to sit on.
No chair in a conference room.
Nothing. All empty. Then the outgoing Director General. Ask this man, say, well, you need you need an appointment letter from me.
So he and the president who has the authority now.
I'm a bit confused here with this whole thing. I'm bringing this to attention to the executive mansion. All right, we all know Tilo Momo, who is the incoming Director General. He have to wait for the decision of the Supreme Court. But the person in charge now is Bill Clinton's Camara. Having received his communication from the president. In fact, when Bill took his communication to the Bureau of Concession, they say he took it from the World Trade Center. I questioned it to him. Interesting country. They said Bill got his letter here for the World Trade Center. Until the guys then had to verify it.
But why they even wrote the letter, the outgoing DG's letter, why they wrote April 1 saying in the first place?
Yeah.
So let me read it too.
Yeah, read. Yeah, yes, just read. The outgoing DG is telling the deputy managing director of administration he needs to write the main appointment letter. Look at that. Yeah, just read it on.
Yeah, he wrote it.
Yeah, he wrote it, right?
April 1, 2024, Mr. Bill Clinton's Camara, National Bureau of Concession. Dear Mr. Camara, my compliments and best wishes on behalf of the President, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai, and consistent with Section 11.1 of the Act establishing the National Bureau of Concession, I am pleased to appoint you as the Deputy Director General of Administration at the National Bureau of Concessions. The appointment takes effect as of March 26, 2024. In view of the above, I congratulate you on your preferment. Kindest regards, Anthony Eddie N. Harris, Director General.
So the first one I received two confirmation letters.
So the Act says 11.1 says when the president appoints somebody, they should receive second appointment from the DG.
I haven't seen that in the Act. Yes. So now the bill now received two confirmation letter now. Appointment letter, one from the president and one from the outgoing DG. But what I can say, Bill, you bless.
But I think the DG say get small time.
Yeah, you got 4 more months. Okay. Yeah, but what I want to say to conclude on this matter, those of you working within the Bureau of Concession, there will be a personnel audit. We want to encourage you go to work. This morning, the civil servant boss, the CSA boss, is going to pay a visit. You know, the payroll have not been signed. I understand the outgoing DG name have been removed from the payroll, so that's the main reason they have not signed the payroll. So by all indication, Bill is the head for that area for now. Yes. Anyway, so let's move on. I mean, the Painesville City Mayor will come on shortly. Yes. So you got to interfere with some of our talking points. Yes. Again, we got you know. But this issue of the disenchanted unity partisan, I want us to save it for tomorrow.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, it's too big.
The city mayor is here.
Yeah, the city mayor. You know, we can make the mayor uncomfortable. You know. So yeah, those of you listening up to the radio want to announce to you there will be a by-election in Nima County. And the Bayans should go and make that decision as to who to vote for. 20 days to go. In Nimba, in Grand Jita County, we still continue to preach our peace message. Say no to violence.
Exactly.
Grand Jita has experienced a lot of violence over the past weeks. Homes were vandalized. We want to say, please go out there and vote peacefully. We want to appeal to you this morning, Grand Jitians. You know, the by-election is just 20 days away. Please, we'll help you through the radio and send this message across, right?
The day we receive any special message from the National Election Commission, we'll let you know.
No, the message will come.
But what we know is that be peaceful, listen to the candidates, look at their platform and make your decision. We're not here to tell you
who to vote for.
Yes, who to vote for, because I'm not a resident of District 1, Grand Jita. Currently, I don't reside, though I have a huge stake in Nimba. Currently, I'm not residing there, but you're listening to the people and make your decision.
Let's bring a few calls up on Speak to Your Leader right here on the Breakfast Show. They talk, we listen. This is the TBS. 18 minutes down, 8 o'clock. 0770-53265. 8:30 this one to bring on the sheriff of Painesville.
Yeah,
Robert Bestman will be with us at 8:30 this morning.
202579. Let me take this one.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning on you.
Good morning. Go ahead.
This morning, on the health issue. Can you imagine there will be a budget and nothing for your country, but you
I will say loud. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning to MARKA.
Good morning.
Thank you. My name is Patrick Bella. Is the President of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. President, we don't want business as usual. We saw sedition here calling themselves disenchanted. And this time around, we don't want to have business town being disenchanted. So on the basis of what these people are requesting, I think there's a need for you to act promptly and show that we won't hear anything about disenchantment. This should not be business as usual. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, MARKA. Good morning to people who knew. This is the voice of Nukwe Church, of the Indomitable Intellectual Class of Things. MARKA, let me speak contrary to some of the things that you have said by speaking strictly to the finance minister Boema Kamara.
I haven't said anything concerning the finance minister this morning.
No, you did not talk about something that you haven't mentioned. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, let me say this. The current issue where you see the restaurants have gone up to each person buying rent 3,500, 3,600. It is simply because of the exchange rate. Currently, we have the rate that have gone at the level of 195 for changing, and at the same time, if a common person is going to buy and you have LD in your hand, you pay 1. So, Minister Kamara, please let me say this. You of quality and the contraction of quality. These two policy, one is instituted by the foreign exchange, the Ministry of you, if you institute these measures, I can rest assured tell you that we will drop. And if this doesn't drop, you will see a lot of business people talking and the country will keep getting high, and then the new business as usual will instead be business as usual.
All right, thank you, Nugwe. Good morning.
Good morning, MARKA. And let me say good morning to the Liberian people. This is the voice of Fred Juma, and I phoned me this morning for District 2 Lower Maigidi. MARKA, I want to speak to our president this morning, President Public Liberia. In the past, since the formation of this government, we are seeing the issue of appointments and recalling people from the list. And the last one we just saw recent was Dr. Lafia B. Good of District 11. Few days ago, we saw the nomination letter all on the e-marshal, but it was surprising to know that the particular menu has been recalled from the nomination list. So we don't know what's going on. What other people around the president are doing that? The president or the office of the president has to speak to the issues. Today, we cannot see people new e-marshal, nominating, have been nominated by the president. Tomorrow, we see the particular president has been recalled. So I think the issue has to be resolved by the president, the office of the president, the council provide everything to the public.
All right, thank you. Thank you. The veteran Joe Warner, good morning.
Morning, MARKA. How are you, sir?
Morning.
Yeah, I want to be grateful to the both of you this morning from such a from whatever platform that you guys are giving out the information needed. But actually, I call on the issue that you guys talked on this morning as a journalist. The proliferation of the so-called guru within the media, the cycle that all the label is black women. I think it's a non-time that we all stand as professional people who consider themselves professional or who got a particular within this profession to wake up to the reality. Even if concept of them mass in the street of Monrovia, let's have our little brothers and sisters who believe in blackmailing to just get money from people. This is alarming. It's alarming, and what I notice is successive government have that they continue to keep these guys around, giving them money just to push an agenda against the PR officers that are got in the offices. So we need to put stop to it. This is wrong. This is out of context. It's unethical. There's no part of journalism in school that told us we can do blackmailing to be able to survive. They never told us that. But I have seen this thing now is repeated by many officials of government, and we need to stop it. And we who are still in the profession need to wake up to the reality and march on the street of Monrovia and tell the power that enough is enough. Don't take any of our police again and give them money on the side to run the propaganda, in order to spoil our name, because this thing is driven by ethics and integrity.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for your participation this morning, Chief. Good morning.
Thank you always for giving me the opportunity. Good morning to you, Micah. Good morning to you. My name is Hussein Kew, and I'm phoning from the Jakarta District 2. Let me say thank you for all of the talking points. And I just want to add up to what the previous caller said. The issue about journalists in Liberia. Now, I listened to that audio, and I think it's very disgraceful to the entire media house. Now, and like you said, it has been something like traditions in the media. People who just go blackmailing people, and we hear them, when people who are professionals, right? Like you guys, I have not heard anything of us. But other guys who pretend to be the most sophisticated, at the end result, their name will appear in those saga. So like the same brother said, we should still to it that, we should show that those things will not happen, because this profession is that professional. People will just start using the name of journalists and blackmailing people and getting another form from them. I think it's very regrettable. When I listen to that audio, those guys who seems to be the media gurus, and then they just doing the contrary. So you guys who are professional, who have the integrity, still doing that, you're not continue. It's really bad.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Maka, pleasant good morning to you, and let me say a pleasant good morning to all you. I join you from District 4, and as usual, this is the voice of Ako Ebo Kenya. Only a Maka this morning, I want to say a big thank you to the Central Bank of Liberia, and I also want to send a caveat to the Central Bank this morning. Of recent, we learned that the Central Bank had extended its time for this money that is rejected in the
Yes, the currency exchange exercise has been extended up to May 15th.
Exactly, Marka, exactly. But what I want to say to the CDL is that I think, Marka, the CDL needs to work on their communication arm. I don't think this message is really resonating, because the rejection of this particular money is causing serious commotion and havoc among Liberians on a daily basis, which is not right. Because there are some people now who don't even know that the time has been extended, and they are rejecting the money from other Liberians, and which is causing serious problem. Some of these people who are traveling on a daily basis, commuting from one place to another, sometimes it is the only note that they have on them. So as a way of paying for maybe an exchange of goods or something, and it is being rejected, probably they will go into some fight or violence where somebody could even get killed.
All right, we understand. Thank you. Good morning. We'll just take at least one more after this one. Good morning.
Good morning on you, and let me say good morning to Maka. Well, there is S. Peter Bena, and I joined for this 11 this morning.
Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, quickly on two issues. You talk something about one of the agencies in this country that the current boss nominated or communicated with someone. I don't know where can that happen, but I think that communication is not true, because
which one?
Only one person.
The two appointment letters, one for the president, then the DG sending his own.
One for the president, one for the current management. I don't think it in good faith. And we know in this country, only one person can do appointment. So a lot of guys coming from with the appointment letter to another person. So you cannot be hungry for a job or hungry for a job, then you then leave your position to get somebody else. So I see it to be something that it doesn't have money to me. To the next issue, I listen to some of the callers and also read on the social media. The profession is saying about how to respect. But some of your friends in the media, they are trying to make business out of the profession. I'm listening to a ton of audio talking about blackmailing. It's not good. Okay. We consider the media to be a professional entity, and one of the people who can check on the government. But the way they are behaving now, it's not frustrating. I don't know where do they stand to criticize government whenever the government goes wrong. So sometimes I want to be careful how we do some of these things in the public, because how people are listening to every station in this country.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that does it for the Speak to Your Leader segment of the show. Let's now go over to O'Neill, who is pretty seated along with the mayor of the city of Phoenixville this morning. So O'Neill, are you getting me?
Very loud and clear. Except for the little adjustment there.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I think we're good to go now. Once again, thanks a lot for
Thanks
the
for all
calls.
the calls.
Talk to
You know,
the
just
segment. We received lots of calls, even and after people will still be calling back and forth. But again, want to say thank you. This is the first segment of the True Breakfast Show. It's a privilege to have the mayor of Painesville, the largest city in Monrovia. Well, Mayor Bestman, Robert Bestman, is live with us on the first segment of the True Breakfast Show. And all indication, this is his debut with us on the TBS this morning. That's why I was saying, in the midst of all I will do, country first. Good morning to you, Mayor. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning to the truth and family, and good morning to the people of Painesville. And we want to say we are privileged and we are honored to be on your radio for the first time after we have been confirmed and commissioned as Painesville City Mayor.
Great.
Uh,
So, for the benefit of the doubt, I mean, you're not screen to the public, but you just care to tell us who is actually Robert Bestman?
Uh, I hear many people some think I am the son of former finance minister John Bestman. No,
Okay.
I'm Robert Bestman, originally from Bond County and settled in Painesville for a couple of years. And my father is also Robert Bestman Senior. He used to work at the Firestone Hospital, retired just on the 1st of April. And he was a 4 hour supervisor there. He's a medical personnel. They are moved now to Moroville. And I have been here. I been in the Liberia public space.
Mhm.
I was a long period as a teacher. Taught in a lot of the high schools in Liberia,
Okay.
and I ended my teaching and career as vice principal of the Hayward Mission Institute.
Okay.
And worked for WAIC. I draw question and mark paper, and I work for a lot of other educational organizations. Then I move on to government and work for the Ministry of Information as the director for motion picture. And then a few years later, I move on to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Assistant Minister of Urban Affairs,
Mhm.
where I work with all of the cities in the country and work with cities in Africa and around the world. I then moved on to the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication as the Deputy Minister for Technical Service, where I work with the West African Telecommunication, the European Telecommunication, and other telecommunication community around the world. Up to today, I'm invited to discuss issue on telecommunication in Africa and around the world. So I have had a couple of public service experience
Mhm.
as doing
You're not
the
new to government. Probably a government, they'll just feel who's Robert Bestman, but with this portfolio, I mean, you just explain that.
yeah, in our country, like we were just having a chat behind the microphone.
Mhm.
In our country, when you don't cause a lot of unnecessary noise, and people don't think that you are around. But we like to keep our noises positive that will be in the interest of the country. So we have been around, even in the president we are reading as it's not around into public sector. I work briefly at the Capitol building with the committee, joint committee on education. I headed the secretariat for a year, then moved on to the Forest Spirit, Liberia Forest Spirit Authorities, where I also serve as a consultant, management consultant. And we have just been around seeing how we can contribute to our nation positively.
Great. Again, congratulations on your new preferment, and let's hope you get the ball rolling in serving this capacity. How well do you understand Painesville? I mean, when he mentioned Papa naming Robert Bestman as the new mayor of Painesville, in terms of familiarizing from the Painesville area.
it's not only Painesville, I honest and urban sector
Yes.
and city work very well. And I'm among the very few people that have training and education in urban development and city work very well. And that's what we will bring to the table. We want to build a Painesville city that will be the yardstick in measuring how Liberia city should be. And if we have to build a city, it should be at the standard of any city or anywhere in the world. And Painesville is the best place for that to happen because we have the highest population of city in the country. As you may know, they just ended census. You see, the entire Mosul Valley will have 2,498 citizens in Mosul Valley according to the geographical planning population result. But then, how many of those people live in Painesville? We have 779, 779 of them, 779,000 of them live in Painesville. And when you see that huge number of people, that means you have a potential, both a potential and a problem at hand. Because that potential is that human being and everywhere in the world is the biggest resources that anybody can tap on. So how do we work with these people in Painesville matter? And then it's also a problem if you don't plan for them. Like you have, like what we saw yesterday, those disasters. You have rain, you have flooding, you have the destruction of the wind yesterday, last night. So we have to plan how our city will be resilient to all of those issues.
Okay.
And it's not just by moving to the street, taking solid waste, but people plan their city very well before it reach where it is. It is planned. It's not by just coincidence. So urban issue, I understand it very well.
Very well. So I was saying to my colleague Maka, I said, well, Painesville before then it used to be a green city. I remember more people will say, yeah, let's make Painesville green again. What's your vision like for Painesville? If someone's driving around Painesville and will have something attractive to see, catch the eyes on, what's your vision you reach for this Painesville?
My vision is to get Painesville to be a working city, a city that will be fully functioning, a city that will not just be a solid waste collection company, a city that will have very active legislative arm, which is a city council, a city that will have a active judiciary arm, which is a city court, and a city that will have active executive arm, which is a city administrative government that are here. So a city that will also provide education for the young people, a city that will provide opportunities for jobs. Because everywhere in the world, city is where there's opportunity. So while we are making the city green and clean, we are also going to be making the city vibrant for the livelihood of our people. And that is the key responsibility of a city. We should be able to provide opportunity for job creation. We should be able to provide opportunity for schooling in our city. And when we do that work, the problem of pressure on the central government will be brought to some level because it is only city all over the world that provide jobs.
Not just clean the city. When someone think about city very nice, how to clean up the dirt, all the waste just everywhere.
Because that's how we are making it look. And it's
What
just
difference can you make like PCC there? About this, man, I think I would be confident the President Joseph Boyka imposed in you. Can you make Painesville great again?
because right after our time in the period of 6 years, if the president deemed it necessary that in the 6 years that we want to make Israel active and a working city. What do we mean? We want to make sure means there that solid waste will be less of important because we will not have trash in the street because we'll have the machinery put in place to move our trash. The primary waste or secondary waste will be moved in time. But beyond that, we'll have a city that will be working because one of the things we are working on, and I had the opportunity to be part of the team that work on the local government act. We want to put the local government and enforce and implement it for it in the city of Queensville. We talk about revenue sharing scheme. We are now talking to the RRA that Queensville have to collect the real estate
Okay.
all over the world. This real estate tax city depends
You want
on.
to collect it
We're going to do it
instead of
because
the LRA.
yeah, it's in the law,
Mhm.
and we should collect it.
What's the
And
response like?
they talk about capacity, so we are working on the issue of capacity because uh, there's nowhere in the
I
world.
mean, Brad, take your time, Bill, and you want to collect the real estate tax
Yes,
instead of the LRA doing so.
that's what the law says.
Mhm.
It's written that local government should be able to collect real estate tax because all over the world, even in the U.S., we always mention it is the responsibility of cities to collect municipal and local real estate tax because one you put that local record of data, what the period of time they are only be able to collect between 15% to 20% of local government of real estate tax.
Okay.
When you give that to the city government and the things the city having to put in place mechanism totally to collect real estate tax, and it's going to be the bigger chunk of our tax collection. We're going to put all our business in place. If we ought to collect between $5 million, we can be talking about even engaging the local road because you can give the central government anywhere in the world in the next 50 to 100 years the Ministry of Public Works cannot build all the road in the country because they don't even know all the road that are in the city of Popolo.
Okay.
They don't know all the road that are in the city of Banga. Yeah, where they place it. So they are not going to come there in time to come. But the city government all over the world will do all of the interior road, all of the road linking to communities. If that happens, collect our taxes very well, we can pave our road. We can build hospitals for our people. And if the city is doing very well in collecting the taxes and they are doing things well, they can provide services that is not in other cities because they have the potential to do it. The capacity in which Nigeria can function with that population, Liberia cannot function that way. And that is one of the advantages of PINSA. We have population, we have more buildings, we have more businesses. We can collect those taxes and improve the life of the people. And that's what we intend to do.
Great. So before my colleague Marka can come in, I'm here looking at your budget. When this draft budget was released, a lot of people said, well, this budget is too small for the city of Painesville. How was Rabble investment up around this budget in tune of 770,000? How do you cope to work along with this budget, this draft budget?
That budget cannot uh, run things this way. We have made the case. If you divide the per capita, then you'll be talking about $1 to be citizen for a year, and that in development is on the mark because if you are spending, if the government is going to spend $1 on citizen in Queensville, do the budget for other, and maybe go to Morocco. Morocco is 150,000 people according to our census, and you look at what they have. So when you do it and you do the per capita distribution, they will have more money to spend on citizens than the people of Queensville. And that is not a fair budgeting. I was there discussing with the minister for budget, and I was telling her new development budgeting, we should be targeting people, not landmark or not need. So we are saying yes, constraint on the budget, but there are other ways to discuss this problem of Queensville. And like one hour telling you, yeah, we have to collect our real taxes and take care of our people because the national government have many things to do. So they cannot be able to give Queensville all the money. At time in time they can come up with subsidy, but we have the capacity to take care of our people.
Okay, so again, thanks for accepting our invite to come on the show this morning. Let's look at you just mentioned the issue of the budget, which we being here in Painesville and being following the workings of the corporation. Solid waste management is one of your core functions, and it is a huge challenge in Painesville. What innovative ways are you devising to connect in order to have further support in doing this work? You see, what the government is offering in the budget is very little to do your work. How do you intend to raise more money to do your work?
Yeah, thank you, Maka. And I can tell you, uh, we are just speaking about the budget, but one of the key things in getting our revenue to where we can be able to take care of solid waste, take care of our people, is we want to build a cadastre. A cadastre is the database of the people that live in the city, their homes, the address, and everything that you need to know to collect your taxes. And we're going to make sure that we build that. Those are some of the arguments of the area. When you get that, in the Western world, even give you the authority or the chance to go for loan because a banking company know that you got this capacity, you got this database, they know that you can collect this money in time, so you can even go for 50%, maybe a few years. You can. That's how government go in for those agreement. You see, then you can use them to for fast track some of your development and please need more of that. So that's why we are in our everything to make sure we can organize a comprehensive and a creative working city. We need to organize city government because there's been no time that we were able to move solid waste properly if we only depend on international organization and government subsidy. We'll be done with it. But if we are a city that can take care of ourselves, we can pay our taxes, and we have the potential to do that. The people in Painesville, the homes in Painesville, the businesses here are enough. We just have to do it in organized in a respectful or responsible fashion. And I can tell you in the next 6 years, before I leave the office, any other mayor that come after me will not face the problem that I'm facing, and I'm here to solve that problem.
Libe- li- li- Liberians and residents of Painesville at large are not used to the culture of paying for the waste they create. It's one of the things we have found out over the period of time. They believe that they should just make the waste and government should take it away. Do you have any plans to or any program that you will institute to ensure that Liberians, people in Painesville specifically, will start to pay for the waste they create?
Like we are doing now with you, I've told Bijan, I got in. We're going to work with the media in Painesville. We're going to work with our communication department. We're going to do a lot of education because I don't think these people are just not willing to contribute to the city or help improve the city. Probably the lack of knowledge. I know you read about the people perish because of the lack of knowledge. So our people are living in trash because of the lack of knowledge. So what we're going to do, we're going to educate them that the trash or the garbage created at home have to be paid for all over the world. Maybe only in heaven, we don't know how people deal with garbage matters, but here in America, all over the world, we have people pay for the garbage they produce. And when you pay the waste collection company or the city, move the garbage to the appropriate area. And it is in everyone's interest. In your interest, it keep you safe from sicknesses that will come around from the trash, and it keep the city clean. And you feel proud of your city. We go to other areas, we say, oh, this city is clean. We go to Ghana, we go to Liberia, quickly reference Ghana. Oh, you go Ghana, you go Ghana. I've been to Ghana about 3 times for Ghana Urban Conference. They have similar program. They work on it, educate the people. I was there. I saw it. At certain time, the street in Ghana was very dirty. When you see the trash on the road, but then they did a lot of education. They told the people how this thing should be, and we have gone there. We have seen it. We think it can happen here.
So finally, on the same waste issue, the issue of the disposal site, which is the landfill, has been one of the problem. I know maybe you've been observing over the time. This landfill is now is located in residential area now where people are living all around it. Do you have any plan, whether working with partners, working with the Monrovia City Corporation, and seeing how that place can be relocated?
Yes, I think it is planned far advanced now. Um, the World Bank, working with the two cities and the government of Liberia, have located a new site in Chismabra, and they are building the site. The World Bank team was just here a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
and we visited both the Wantan and the Chismabra site. I think being a few months to come, maybe probably to a year or year and few months, we'll be moving to Chismabra. And we know the management of one town in the past up to today was not too uh, in the enough form. So today you have what we have at one time. And encroachment on public space by citizens, we know that's one of the problems in Liberia, and probably it was merely moved forward by the war. So I read the environment there in one town was paid for. People shouldn't have come that close to the landfill because it is for their own safety or because of the war. We have people coming in. But the new chief member, there are a lot of work being done there. They are, as mentioned, lesson learned from one time, and they are trying to correct those things there. But in that vein, we'll still be using one time to go on because we have nowhere in the country to put trash and collect it except one time from that. And I think the government need to learn from that, and we need to do it in cities all around the country because all of those little cities you see in the various counties will grow. And when we don't have those structure, we'll have the same problem. And our country cannot be going through a vicious cycle.
Okay, great. So we want the listeners to have more time to at least interact with your mayor. So before then, are there plans for the CDE that are operating in Painesville? I mean, over the past administration, there have been some difficulties. What are the plans you have?
Yes, first I got in because of the issue of waste disposal site. All the CBEs were asked to hold on. Yeah, because you can't take people money. They go to collect the trash and they have nowhere to take it. So they were asked to hold on. So now we are working on series of other things. The World Bank now working on PV to have their first holding center. We are far advanced into it. And then we are getting the one time getting ready for work there. So we are reviewing the policy and the document of CBE very soon with our lesson in CBE to start by. The World Bank also have program for them they want to do. They are bringing in resources to subsidize some of their things. But hopefully, end of May, June, we will be starting that program.
Great. Yes. The voice of Honorable Robert Bestman, Painesville City Mayor, live for us on the True Breakfast Show. And one thing he has said is very interesting. Yes, they will go to work along with the media. Yes, so the message will come across. Whatsoever decision, whatsoever plan, we'll have to bring it out to the public so the poor Painesville can work along with you to make this city once more a very beautiful city. Let's get the lines activated. Speak to your mayor. Yes, Mayor Robert Beston live with us on the first segment of the True Breakfast Show. You can call us right now on 0770 153 265 and of course MARKA from the end.
0770202579.
Yeah, so speak to for mine too for him. Good morning, Black Team.
Hey, good morning, Julio, and good morning to MARKA TV. Also, good morning to our distinguished city mayor of Painesville, Mr. Robert Bestman. Let me say congratulations to you again, Honorable City Mayor, and let me say I'm so kind on the deliberation this morning as it relates to the
many challenges we face in the city as citizens, and those of us who have lived here forever since we were born. And one thing I'm really, really admire about you is not just working with the media, but in terms of communication. Because I can remember vividly well when I was doing my TC, I did a TC on the city of Peaceville in terms of waste management and other stuff. So one of the major issues that was raised by the citizen was in terms of education, how to manage their waste. So as I listen to you, we mentioned that to educate our people, when you look at even Singapore today, that everybody praising and other countries that people praising right now, the people educated as citizens as to how to manage their waste, how to deal with the waste and other stuff. So as you join your team at the city corporation, I hope that you enjoy the best team and those people who have the heart to develop the city, to make the city green, to make the city productive, that you will get those people on board so that your work can be easy. They don't take you so kindly this morning.
Thank you, Martin. Let's pick up Kasumu Sila. Oh. Yeah, your number is low. Okay, so you can call back. Yes, Baka, you go ahead, pick up.
Yes, not a call yet, but 0770202579. Let me take this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you again. I came from District 4. This is a bunch of African with parents. Mara, I listened to your guest, and I believe he has a vision to make things really great again. But I have this concern. What are you going to do when it comes to this issue? It's about this spreaders who are involved with disposing waste all over the place. What are you going to do to help control this particular issue?
All right.
Okay,
great.
thank you.
Because this is back on the lineup. Yes, Kasumu Sila. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Oni Robert and Ambassador Marcus and the student kids who happen to be my childhood friend for Bond County.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kasumu.
Good morning, Robert Besnell. I'm one of the residents of Paisley, and what I heard, and besides that, I know you as a childhood friend. We are willing to work with you. I hope you will reach out to the community and the citizen of Paisley. And one of my concerns has to do with whether the city mayor of Monrovia will overshadow you as your boss, as compared to you focusing on your city, that we all would be willing to support you. Thank you.
All right. Great.
Can I take this?
Go ahead, Baka.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning, how you doing? This
But why is your call is dropping?
you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the studio guest. I just want to know what's the plan of the city mayor in line with government concerning our people in Like, remember way back during the time of our president, the government made some effort to relocate our people to Omega, and by then everybody was happy to see how Greenland was very neat and decent. But then all of a sudden you saw our people coming back. So is there any plan for the government that the city mayor to ensure that we have a better layout of Greenland where citizens will have access to store and people will be clean again?
Thank you. The mayor will answer you. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen in studio. And my name is Marcus, and I'm part of the program. I just want to raise some concern with the mayor. Mayor, it is important that you are discussing a lot of programs about the peace of the city. But we have not heard you say anything about addressing those situations in our country, especially the city. I heard you talk about collecting taxes. Yes, the taxes. Mayor, right now where you are, that building you're in, can you give me an address of what that building? Can I sit down and track to that building?
You mean the address system?
Yes.
Okay.
We have addresses, in this country. There's nowhere in this country you can move to, just by using coordinates. And this is one easy way you can identify your potential in terms of raising revenue for your entity. You have to know what the rules is. You have to know where they are. Yeah. So, you can do everything that you want to do, but let's move in a more coordinated and
Thank you. I remember the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication launched the digital address system with Snoop Code. Maybe the city can partner with the ministry through then they can work something on that.
Yeah, so let me
Let
just
me
take
take just
one
one
more
more
call.
call.
Let me
Then
take
we'll go
Samuel
to
Johnson. Good morning.
okay.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Maka, and good morning to O'Neill.
Mm.
Let me say good morning to the newest mayor of the city of Painesville. This is the voice of Samuel Sankara Johnson, and I'm the chairman of the consultative society of Painesville. But let me appreciate the mayor. Look, mayor, let me say once again on behalf of the young people of Painesville, we congratulate your appointment by the president of the Republic of Liberia. And we think that in our heart we have no doubt in your ability to transform our city. But again, that the young people of Asia are consistent because, Mayor, this is the biggest city in the Republic of Liberia, and that's why we are consistently supporting almost every mayor to call on national government that the issue of our national budget can be increased to ensure that we can be able to advance the developmental agenda of our city. So my point to you, Mayor, is I don't know what is within the pipeline with the new administration ensuring that more young people, especially in terms of talent, in terms of working with international partners, to ensure that the young people of Israel can be given an opportunity. And how open will be your office to ensure that you will consistently be able to interact with young people, especially youthful leaders, in ensuring that they can work alongside with you, in ensuring that our city can be a very good city. But again, like our president said, we got no doubt in the ability, and we are all waiting and open to working with your good office to ensure that this city can once and give me transform. Thank you very much, and thanks for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
Samuel Sankara Johnson.
Yes, so it's 9 o'clock already. So let me pick our very last caller on the line. Yes, good morning. Morning.
Thank you. Every morning as well to MARKA. This is the voice of T.W. I'm joining the call this morning for District 4 of Salem County. And good morning to the newest mayor in the city. And the attention you have on this morning. And you said something that got my attention. That we and you were collective in your word that the things that city will not just be developed by the mayor of those who work there for a bit of collective, but every one of us were headed by the Lord that people to belong to us. And so I want to say thank you for that. You come on board. Since there is a challenge, this is why even the budget, when after the budget, we need a better willingness. I feel like the trustees, because we need a great city. We have spent sufficient funds or money to staff them to go after our city and make it a great place. So as I'm coming, push yourself and let us well to bend on the better of peace. Good money for having on your show.
Thank you. Let's talk. We listen. Yes, you have to respond to the callers. Yes.
Thank you so much, O'Neill. And I appreciate the concern from the callers, and I expect those concern even more with the issue of our less fortunate brothers. Most of them in the solid waste space are not going to leave from there very soon. So what we want to do with them, how to get them trained and make them to understand that they can use waste collection to change their life or do it in the appropriate way. So we're going to work with them and get them involved into the solid waste business too, but in a more appropriate way. And brother from one country, Kasumu, you are welcome to the city. So we are not citizens of Painesville, so we can see how we can work together and make Painesville to be one of the best place on the African continent, including Liberia. The issue of paying a Morovia City Mayor, this is the first time that Painesville and Morovia City are working into collaboration. And as partner, the infrastructure team, we are both co-chair. And in Liberia, most people misuse the word co-chair. They think co-chair means vice chair. But co-chair, in the dictionary sense, we are both chairing. We are his chairman and I'm chairman. So we are co-chairing the infrastructure committee. And we are going well. With the World Bank people, we are working as a team. We signed a memorandum of understanding. We just did a letter this few days. Everything we are doing it together, unlike yesterday. So Mayor Safai and I are working together. He's not saying Pinville to be a department in the city of Monrovia, and I don't think he can think so because he knows that Pinville is a municipal authority on their own. So moving the issue of the youth issue, we are contemplating, and we are making a decision very soon to get the youth focused person in the office of the mayor, and you can rest assured, in the very smallest time, we will have that. And then my brother that spoke about the address, the issue of address, I had the opportunity to work at the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication as Deputy Minister, so I know the importance. When we talk about cadastral, that's what all embedded. It's not a database. It means the zip code, the code address, and stuff. Because we have to have the country has to have their zip code first. From the country zip code, then you can have cities zip code. So we know all of that. It is in
That falls on the Ministry of Post and Telecommunications.
yes, yes.
Not
Post and telecommunication got the national zip code. Then every city zones and other things. Well, we are working on it. That's why fall in the cadastral. When you say it's not a database, it's not bigger than a database because it takes more other things. So when we talk about that information, is what order you have the home address because you have to get punch in your machine and see Zubatan, this the house number you can write or mail to somebody. And we are thinking on that also. We can establish or meeting process at the previous city. It gives the city government the authority to do that. And we have to have our zip code to have a means to do a meeting process both in and out of the country. So, my brother, we are going to do that. We are going to do a proper addresses and for the city, and it is in the process. We are looking on bringing a knowledgeable consultant to help us develop that because it is a professional fee on its own. So thank you.
great. So before we take leave from all this morning, we want a specific word for the folks of Painesville. This is your mayor. This is Mayor Robert Desmond. Leave you a word for the residents of Painesville and also all our areas.
Okay, Painesville City is the biggest city both in landmass and in population in our country. And it is a city with the potential to facing our country, and it is a gateway to the Liberian capital. In our country, in the city country, you don't pass through Painesville to get to Monrovia. All the other rest of the country, whether you come from Lima, Grand Jida, Grand Cru, all the way you have to pass through Painesville to get to this the nation capital. You come from outside the country, you get to RIA. Painesville is the only way to get to the state. So we are in an ideal location as citizens of Painesville. It is up to us to make our country, our city the brightest part of our country. And I'm here to working with you because it is not one person can build a city. That's why the word citizen came from cities. So we as citizens of the city have visited. On this Friday, we'll be officially taking on the mantle of the city of Painesville,
Okay.
and we will invite the press to be there. And on that same Friday, we'll be launching a cleanup campaign named as Clean City Start With You. All of us to have a clean Painesville city, you have to start with us, our home, our market store, our environment. We have to make sure we manage our garbage and other things because we can't put the cleanliness of the city only to the municipal government. It has to be all of us. So we are asking the city of Painesville, the citizens of Painesville, to join the campaign. We will start the first 2 weeks, starting on Saturday morning, the first Saturday in April. We'll do a comprehensive cleaning of the city, and we'll be having garbage truck moving around. We want every citizen in Painesville to join the cleaning of Painesville MRD. We'll move on and make sure we take the garbages. We just want you to clean it and bring it on the road to us. We'll move it and carry it to the transit center or the landfill to get Painesville clean. And we'll be in relay. Somebody asked a question of relay. And we're not going to do, we're not going to be chasing people with rotten. As I said, one of the major arm of the city corporation I'm going to use is going to be the communication department, and you people are going to be involved. We're going to educate the people enough in that place. Then we're going to move them with the urban planning department. We're going to plan their moving, and they're going to be in line with them. When we move in this sector, we're going to move it clearly and make sure that they are settled, and then we'll move the next sector. And we're going to make sure by the time we go 6 months, there will be nobody saying on the road and relay. And it will be clear. They will be by their own agreement and by the city agreement, because we all will know that we can't treat our city that way. We have to have ambulance, fire service car, and other emergency vehicles passing through relay to go into the work. So thank you, Marka, and thank you, Oni, for the invite. And we'll always be around to come in.
Great. The voice of the mayor of Painesville, Robert Bestman, closing us up on the first segment of the True Breakfast Show. Yes, let's go for our break. We'll come back. We'll bring his post. And of course, at 9:15 this morning, the team from the Liberal Bar Association will be on the last segment of the TBS. Don't go away after this break.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number one.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage.
Orange is the best.
Fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best. Lavakitia, Naratama, what is the woo? Company Guinea, that's the Orange. Top of number one. So we need to.
Company Tita, my Orange, I don't got it best.
Orange, we want you that telephone on.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is about 7. Yeah, Orange is
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Passion of Life. Round 24 the Orange First Division League continued on Tuesday with FCB Mountain defeating MP Anchors 5-1. Ishmael Dumboya and Abu scored the goals for B Mountain. The league continues this Wednesday, April 3, with Invincible 11 in FC Calon Liberia, battling at the Antoinette Totman Stadium at 4 p.m. in a battle for survival. Global Farmer and Heaven 11 will come face to face at the G12 Stadium at 4 p.m., while Pinsway FC and Mighty Barrow will meet at 4 p.m. at the Samarkand Sports Complex practice stage. Leska and Watanga will end the day's football fiesta at the Tusafi at 4 p.m. A draw for Watanga will witness them winning the championship. Firemen defeated Cyrus 2-1 home runs in Tuesday's Liberia Kickball Federation League 2 encounter to make progress in the league law. It was an easy ride for Soma Girls, who defeated Powerful Angels with a whopping 11-0 home runs, while Thompson Kickball Club overpowered Watanga 5-0 home runs to move ahead in the log. Kasarikanen United or KK United and SOA settled for a 1-all draw to climax the Liberia Kickball Federation League 2 fixtures. The Liberia Basketball Association leagues continue this Wednesday in exciting fixtures, with TS Warriors taking on Saturdays in Game 1 at 4 p.m. at the Samarkand Sports Complex Basketball Gym in Painesville. Spartacus and Royal Legend will battle at the same venue at 5 p.m. in Game 2, where the first division category will witness Bushwa Batters and Global Spartans climax in the day's basketball activities for Wednesday. On Thursday, LTC Bushwa Bulls and Cestus Wingers will play a basketball match expected to be fiery in the first division category at 6 p.m. The match is expected to attract hundreds of basketball enthusiasts, as it is an encounter between some of the best teams in the first division version of the LBA leagues. Leicester Smugglers started the season in an impressive way, except the narrow defeat they conceded against Mighty Barrow 81 to 88 points, while LTC Bushra Bulls have been impressively performing since the league commencement. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has defended striker Erling Haaland following Roy Keane's criticism after Sunday's 0-0 draw with Arsenal. The ex-Manchester United captain said Haaland's general play is so poor and almost like a League Two player. Haaland scored 52 goals in all competitions last season and has 29 this term, 18 in Premier League. City are 3 points behind leaders Liverpool after Sunday's match, which saw the home side fail to score in a Premier League game at the Etihad Stadium for the first time since October 2021. Speaking as a pundit on Sky Sports after the game, Kane said of Haaland, the levels of his general play is so poor, and not just today. His general play for such a player, it is so poor. I think he has to improve, that he's almost like a League Two player. But Guardiola responded by saying some actions he missed. Sometimes it's the manager, sometimes the opponent is very good. There are many reasons. That's all from our sports desk.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here will be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here will be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Yeah, so we don't have the luxury of time, so let's bring this down and just join the council this morning. Yes, so let's get it. Okay, but I don't want a feedback from the headphone, so take it from the mic. Yes, so council, good morning. It's great to have you this morning.
Good morning, radio audience there. It's good to be here. It's been quite, 3 months since I last appeared here.
Yeah.
And so
when you go, you can just go.
The True FM has been a great station, a great partner to the bar. Okay. And so whenever we have the opportunity to come, we must appreciate your effort here. Okay. The just electoral process, your role was so key, central, and there as the bar was. And so we come this morning to talk rule of law. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
That's great. So tell us a bit of, like you said, you have not been here for a couple of months. How is the bar?
The bar is great. The bar is in a great mood. We'd like to begin this conversation by extending our deepest condolences to the Supreme Court through the Chief Justice for the loss of Associate Justice Nangbe. Recently, he passed, and so we are mourning his loss as a bar. He was a prominent member of the bar, and so we're going to miss him for his, invaluable services to rule of law. And so, and many other lawyers who have passed in recent time, Councillor Charles Abdullah, Councillor Bering, Vincent Yedega, and many other lawyers I can name on the show this morning. The bar, the leadership, wishes to extend its deepest condolences to those families for those losses.
Okay. Yeah, so what we got coming up, normally you have different set of events. Some will be the Law Day, some will be the National Convention, some will be the General Assembly. So what's coming up?
Well, thank you, Marka. Consistent with the Constitution of the Liberal National Bar Association, this week on Friday and Saturday, which will be the 5th and 6th of April, 2024 rather, the bar will be hosting its General Assembly. And that assembly is going to bring together members of the bar, again, to look at what we are doing, to proffer suggestions how we can all improve the rural system of our country, look at the role of different stakeholders, the Supreme Court, the bar, civil society. What can we do? How do we collaborate to enhance our rural system? And so it is going to be another great ceremony that will be organized by the leadership of the bar. And so everybody seems to be in great mood. The Supreme Court has suspended courts for Friday and Saturday. And so we're going to have in attendance again the Chief Justice and Associate Justices. You may be aware they are all members of the bar. We're going to have the National President, Councillor Sylvester Double Rennie, the national members of the National Executive Council in attendance. We're going to have Our partners also, are you sure normally we have our partners celebrating in our events? They're going to be there to make complimentary greetings. We're going to have even our social membership, which include the judges and all. They're going to be there, and then all the students of the undergraduate school of law, the dean of the law school, will be there to make complimentary greetings. Councillor Tiawan Gonglo, our immediate past president of the bar, has graciously accepted our invitation to serve as a keynote speaker, and he will be addressing the team, addressing the general question of impunity, the implication for the rural system of our country. So Councillor Gonglo has accepted, our invitation. He will be honoring that to speak, to address members of the bar. And so it is going to be a great time. On Saturday, of course, the emblematic thing that normally will characterize our events, such as the parade, will be taking place on Saturday. And so, again, we have a lot of different presentations which bordered on capacity building of our membership. Councillor Bende Sana, which here the Continuing Legal Education Committee is doing great. And so he has recommended some topics which will be unraveled by different presenters at the event. So the CLE will take place on Friday and Saturday, respectively.
So, what's the difference between the General Assembly, the convention, and just the two major?
MARKA, we have more than 3 events per annum before, but the Constitution has been reformed, and so we wouldn't have 3 events now. We have the General Assembly, and then we have a Law Day, which is celebrated globally, and then of course National Convention of the Bar, normally in November, where we come together again to look at our program to see what can be done, great resolution which bordered on rule of law. And so it's great. And at the National Convention, the National President will make his report to members of the bar. So these are the 3 topical, and these are 3 major programs that we have now consistent with our Constitution. Prior to this, we had almost on a quarterly basis, we're meeting as a bar. We're having quarterly assembly of the bar. So, but the Constitution now speaks to only 3 major events, beginning with the National Assembly. So it's the first major event that is supposed to take place. And then in May, we'll have the Law Day, and then November, our National Convention.
Okay, so what are obligations of members of the bar when it comes to the
National Executive Council is the highest decision making of the bar. It has taken several decisions. One of such is encouraging members of the bar to register to participate consistent with the Constitution in this assembly. And so councillors are obligated to pay $100 United States. Attorneys are obligated to pay $75 United States, and then the law students will pay $50 United States. And of course, we have paraphernalias that we are doing, t-shirts, caps, portfolios. So
is it compelling?
It is compelling.
What happens to people who do not?
Well, then of course you should be waiting for a decision of the National Executive Council, because it is constitutional. It is constitutional. So every member of the bar is supposed to participate in every event of the bar. And like I talked about the emblematic feature of our events, such as the continuing legal education. So that's one thing that you must participate in for your capacity to be built. If you don't do that, you will not be granted your lessons per annum. So that's why you see everybody is watching. In fact, the Executive Council for this event has adopted that. The parade, for instance, in recent time, we see most of our members refusing to participate in the parade, and you are supposed to participate in the parade. So the council has resolved that all members, beginning with the National Assembly and beginning with this parade on Saturday, all members of the bar are to participate in that parade. Make sure you wear attire in your caps and your t-shirts, and then we can now move to, and that parade will be starting from the old Calendar gas station around the Philadelphia Church to the ministerial complex, where the venue for the assembly is going to be.
Okay, that's great. So again, besides the continuing legal education, the keynote address, what are other new activities we hope
I don't want to say new. We will be adopting resolution on different issues. We have what we call trending issues that affect the rural system of our country. So normally there's a business session, we discuss that whatever issue that you think as a member of a bar that affects the legal system of our country. We encourage members to speak to that, and we as leaders of the bar take note of that and work on that. And of course there are many issues that confront the rural system of our country. Now we have a new dispensation. We just went to election last year. We have a new government. In the pillar of that government, the arrest pillar development agenda of that government is rule of law. It's critical, it's key. We want to commend the leadership for placing that, because there can be no political accountability in our country without a wholesome functioning judiciary. So from what we see, if premium is going to be placed on rule of law, then of course the bar will be very happy to work with the new regime of His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai to drive this agenda, because we think without a vibrant rural system, there's no way Liberians can coexist. So we are quite happy. So these are issues that affect the bar. We are in the process of constructing. You all know we embarked on a very ambitious project a few years ago to construct our own headquarters that is ongoing. The national president of the bar has been appointed to serve on a reform committee set up by the Chief Justice, Her Honor Siana Yo, to reform rules of court. And, these are responsibilities bestowed upon the Supreme Court under Article 75 of our Constitution. And so that is taking place. The president of the bar is very much involved with global justice issue. The bar is involved with global justice issue. The president has been invited to Washington, D.C. to participate in a major event to talk about global justice, talking about bringing closure to war era atrocities, the issue of a war and economic crimes court.
Members to deliberate on some of these issues.
Well, yes, of course. In 2019, I think you've been following trend events in the bar. The bar adopted a resolution in Kagata, one of its assemblies, and that the bar resolved that the leadership of the bar should draft program on war and economic crimes court. That has been in full swing. In fact, we now had a committee to look at the formulation of a roadmap for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court. What do we do? Who do we engage with? Is it the Speaker of the House? Is it a pro tem? Is it the President of a country? Is it civil society? We think that remains critical. It remains critical, and we must commend the new leadership on His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai for speaking publicly on this issue of War and Economic Crimes Court, and that must now be practical, and that's why we want to encourage the leadership. And so these are issues that confront rule of law. And so at the Friday assembly, we are hopeful that some of the issues will be deliberated, conversation will be here around it, and to see how we can drive the process. The new Chief Justice has released her own program, a strategic plan of the Supreme Court for 5 years. We are concerned about that. She has embarked on a reform process. We want to see where we collaborate with the Supreme Court in moving the rule of law sector forward. So these are all critical issues. Asset recovery, all of you in the media have been talking about asset recovery. We frowned on the government the other time when the issue of constituting the Ministry of Justice was delayed. And we thought that was critical. And we thought
the nomination of the current justice.
Yes, that. We went back and forth on who to go to the Ministry of Justice. We thought, if you talk about access to justice, this is one issue that should have been, given some premium. But we saw it coming later on. If you talk about rule of law, you talk about access to justice.
Is the bar agree with that nomination?
Well, Councillor Oswald Tuwe is a prominent member of the bar, and so we can only wish him well. He has been nominated, confirmed, and appointed commission to work, and so we want to see his programs, because he is going to head the justice sector, and of course you're supposed to be collaborating with the bar on variety of issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're going to this assembly to deliberate on several issues that will border around enhancing the rule of law in the country, there's one critical issue that even be raised by some members of the Supreme Court concerning this issue of people impersonating at the court, the issue of ghost name, all of that. Has that come to the bar's attention?
On a number of occasions, that a lot of people have raised this issue, and we are concerned about that. And so again, we're just talking about the Minister of Justice. Through the Minister of Justice, working with the bar and other stakeholders, we have to address this matter. The bar is concerned about this one. In fact, it has been brought to the attention of the leadership by the Chief Justice, and she wants the bar to contribute to this process by weeding out quacks in the judiciary. You are not supposed to go to any magisterial court once you're not a lawyer. And so we are quite concerned about that. And what we can do, in fact, she has said, look, we can even pay visits to various magisterial courts around the country, circuit courts around the country to see what can be done to address this particular subject matter, because we think is wrong, is contrapositive to the laws of our country for elements in our society, in our various community who are non-lawyers, assuming the authority of lawyers to mislead clients. So it's something we must deal with. And it's something that we also are thinking about at the leadership of the bar, working with the Minister of Justice to address it. And so we are quite concerned about this because, I mean, you're not going to have justice, you're not going to have a proper representation of a client if you have non-lawyers assuming the role of a lawyer. So the bar is very open to that. Those who see people practicing law who are not supposed to be practicing law should bring it to the attention of the bar, because this is something that is concerning for the Supreme Court, is concerning for the leadership of the bar, and I think it should be concerning for the Minister of Justice. Fingers have been pointed to the Minister of Justice for giving letter patent to people who are non-lawyers to practice law, and that is an issue that we've been discussing, but we need to bring it down to a position where the Minister of Justice will not continue to issue letter patent to non-lawyers to practice law. That is, it remains quite critical. And so we think the only way we do it is to collaborate with the folks at the Ministry of Justice, the Supreme Court. Well, it's not that we can restrict members of the bar to specific matters. It's open. So
it is possible that
somebody will bring this conversation on, and we can discuss it and make the relevant recommendation, or maybe adopt a resolution on how to deal with it.
Okay. So, folks, if you are just joining us, this is the TBS Get a Truth 96.1 FM. We have with us this morning as our guest, Councillor Bono Obama. He's the National Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association. And we are talking about the upcoming General Assembly of the Bar. And he's one of, in fact, he's the chief scribe of the bar. So he's on top of the information to provide to the public and members of the bar. So it's just 2 days away. What responses are you getting from them?
Very great responses. Very great responses. We've done letters to our partners, are you sure? And we are receiving favorable responses from those partners who have accepted our invitation to participate. They will be there because, to enhance rule of law, MARKA cannot just be the sole responsibility of the Alabama National Bar Association, cannot just be the sole responsibility of the Honorable Supreme Court. Civil society have got a role to play. Our partners who support this program have got a role to play. Like the UNDP has been quite supportive to the bar. Even the recent electoral process, UNDP was quite supportive to the bar. They made some funding available, and so that was great. It was something unprecedented. And if you look at the outcome of our intervention in the electoral process, they were all great. They were all great. And so we commend our partners, and that's why we encourage them to come, let them interact with members of the bar and discuss issues that confront our rule of law system. So
some of these partners?
Yes, of course. The Carter Center is always around. The UNDP is always around. USAID and all these partners, our American friends have been invited. And so civil society organizations have been invited. And so they all want to be there to participate in the General Assembly of the bar. So it's one event that normally is rule of law driven. And so we expect our partners to participate and know what the needs of the judiciary are, what can they do to enhance the judiciary. That this issue about corruption, what we need to do. If you look at different assessment reports of the performance of the judiciary, whether it's the State Department, whether it's the civil society locally or internationally, they've all pointed to non-feasance, malfeasance, the issue of corruption. So what can we do? We have said we need to collaborate with the Supreme Court. What are the issues? Is it that judges are not paid well? Is it that court staff are not paid well? That's the issue.
Are you getting the collaboration of the Supreme Court on this matter?
Well, we've been discussing this matter. I think you heard me some time ago on the radio. We've been discussing this matter. The Supreme Court itself want to see what can be done, so they need to collaborate with us to see how we can confront this issue of corruption. You listen to our new president recently. He said the judiciary that's supposed to be the beacon of hope for Liberia is now a place where corruption, has taken over. And that statement was, what can I say? was met with some uneasiness on by different stakeholders. And so what we've done is encourage all stakeholders and let us take those statements in good faith to see what can be done. Because even besides the statement made by President Joseph Newman Walker, if you look at different assessment reports, assessments that have been done of the judiciary, they've all pointed to corruption, malfeasance, and non-feasance. So we all can only address this matter by collaboration. Let us see what can be done. It said that the Financial Autonomy Act that was passed a couple of years ago, that was enacted by the legislature, it said that it's not being operationalized. Maybe that's the reason why we're hearing about corruption in the judiciary. It said that it's because of low funding support to the judiciary. Because I have said to you, there is no way you can have political accountability without a wholesome functioning judiciary. But we need to confront the issue they are. Like I said in just a while ago, that the Supreme Court has done a strategic plan for 5 years. We want to know what is in there. What can the LMBA do to enhance the program of the judiciary? What can national government do to enhance the program of the judiciary? What can the legislature? I mean, all these branches of government have a role to play. So the only way to do it is not to veer off the substance of the issues that confront the judiciary. We must sit down, we must look at the issue, we must discuss the issues, and see what can be done to tackle these issues that we think that are undermining the performance of judicial actors. So it's critical. We hope some of the issues to come out. The Chief Justice will again have the opportunity to address members of the bar at the Assembly. I'm sure she will be providing, in summary, the state of affairs of the judiciary and what the bar can do in addressing the issues. We are concerned about the arrest agenda, the development agenda of the new government, which rule of law is very central and key to. So these are issues that we need to talk about. The only way we can address the issue is to look at them here on, dissect them here on, and then proffer the recommendations that we engender reform. So it's a broad topic that we have selected the team addressing the general question of impunity. We are quite concerned about that because we think when people come in conflict with the law, the only thing you do is to bring them before courts of law, let them be prosecuted, whatever it is, if a civil matter, let them be heard, due process considered by our Constitution, and then that will help to eventually serve a deterrent to people who might want to venture in similar acts. So we are concerned about all the issues that confront rule of law. The issue around customary justice. I was listening to the news this morning. There's an issue around the Local Governance Act, and all of these issues can only be dissected if we have a stronger collaboration between the Liberia National Bar Association, the Supreme Court, and the central government.
Okay. So, what are the bar's expectations of members during this General Assembly?
Well, we expect them. They've always been supportive. The members of the bar have been quite supportive, and that's why we call them deference, because they've been quite supportive to the activities of the bar, and so the leadership expects them to participate in the two-day event of the bar. Let them come. Some of them have issues that we can listen to, and the opportunity they have is to participate, come and register, and then participate in the assembly, so that we can hear what you're thinking about and what your contributions are to enhancing our rule of law system. We have a new dispensation. What do you think our expectation should be of a new government? And what the things have been rose since this government came to power when it comes to rule of law, and what can we do to just improve our rule of law system? Because it's vital, it's critical. There's nothing we can do without rule of law in a democratic system in our country. So we expect our members to register. The fees that have been approved by the National Executive Council, let them come and pay it. The $100 for counselor, the $75 for attorneys, and then the $50 for law students. And you know that it is consistent with our Constitution that you must participate. Once you are in the bailiwick of our country, you must participate in the events organized by the bar. So it's not something where you have an option whether I go or I don't go. You are obligated to participate, and that's why we're encouraging our members to participate. Come and hear what the president of the bar has to say. Come and hear what the Chief Justice has to say. Then we also gave you the opportunity to be heard. In the business session, you have a right to make recommendations. If you think that the leadership is not trending very well, you can also raise those issues. If you think the Supreme Court is not even doing well, as a final appetite of our justice system, you can raise this issue. We need to critique the role of the Supreme Court. We need to critique the role of national government. We need to critique ourselves as members of the bar. So We expect our membership to graciously participate in the two-day event that have been organized, approved by National Executive Council, consistent with the Constitution.
Everybody must form part of the parade.
Yes, you must come. If you don't come, attendance. The Chief Justice. They are all members. The Chief Justice Association. In fact, they do that. They do that normally.
So when it comes to the bar, your position really doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. The Chief Justice is a member. The Associate Justices are members of the bar. You know, the bar is the only umbrella organization, and you know it was legislated. So there are concerns about looking at the act creating the bar, what we can do, working with national legislature to give it more teeth to bite. We are looking at that critically. I'm sure, because you know, in November this year.
What authority you don't have that you want?
Let us defer that discussion because it's a huge one. You know, it's issues that border on the relationship between the Supreme Court and the bar. You know, if the bar came into being as a result of the legislation, then we must be allowed to operate. We must be allowed to take decisions against our own members. So the issues are multiple. That's why I want to reserve that for another day, where we'll come here to discuss, you know, what we envisage and what we need to do to reform the act of the bar. So it is expected to be great. Like I said, there will be complimentary greetings from our partners, civil society organizations are going to be in attendance, and so attorneys, counselors, and law school students. We want to encourage you. You've been quite supportive. It is your due, the levies, you know, upon you that we use to run the bar, and you've been quite supportive. And so we anticipate your support for the two-day events consistent with the Constitution of the Liberal National Bar Association.
Okay. Again, this is the TBS, Councillor Bonavama, Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association. Again, let me confess, I really love the organizational posture of the Liberian National Bar Association. The way you do your events, the way your members conduct themselves during these activities. I'm really thrilled about that.
Well, that's good. Thank you for that commendation. You guys follow the events in the bar. So if we receive commendation like this, we feel so proud because since 1907, you can imagine that, you know, and so we've been around being quite supportive. Of course, there have been political disruptions, you know, where the Constitution was suspended, you know, intermittently. And today we are still surviving as a vibrant professional membership organization, working with other actors to enhance our rule of law. Are we there? We're not there yet. I don't think we are there. And so we can say we have arrived. So, but there are issues that we need to confront. You know, Liberia has a dual legal system. We have the formal justice system. We have the customary formal justice. And so we don't think there's parity between the two. And the Constitution in Article 65 provides that the legislature is supposed to promulgate rules, regulations on how customary justice can be established. And so if you say the rule of law is so low, you know, I mean, rule of law has declined in our country, it's because we have not made customary justice a wholesome functioning part of our legal system. Everything is about the court system. And so we are concerned about that. I mean, Akimoya showed another time I talk about the incompleteness of our democracy, where we just had elections and we did not have election for chiefs, which is constitutional. There can be no democratic setting that will move forward if you choose to violate your own laws, including the organic law of the country, the Constitution. What I'm talking about, the customary justice thing I'm talking about, it is something that is expressly stipulated in our Constitution, but I don't know what's happening. On the question of election of chiefs, we've talked this over time. We need to work with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Election Commission. Nobody seems to be answering a vital question why we've not had election for chiefs since 1985. Nobody. And we think the bar will continue to talk this because if you talk about access to justice, you will just do things on the periphery. You will not achieve your mandate, you will not achieve your goal if we leave major components of the Constitution out. And so the new leadership of Ambassador Joseph Walker must be encouraged to look at this subject matter. If you want to implement the Local Governance Act in whole, in total, we must look at the question of election of chiefs because they have major role to play in dispensing customary justice. And so an attempt to leave that out will undermine our democratic gains. And that's why the bar, like many organizations, believe that our democracy is incomplete because it is mandated by the 1986 Constitution that chiefs must be elected. And since 1985, we've not had election of chief. We'll continue to say this over and over. And that's because we are violating portion of the Constitution. As an executive, for instance, the legislature will come also to violate portion of the Constitution. We raise this issue over and over. And that's the reason why we want a wholesome functioning judiciary, because that's the only branch of government that will bring to check, other branches by, through judicial review or interpretation. So it is very significant with even the emergence of a new government that we must collaborate to look at these issues that confront our rule of law system, whether it is about implementing provision of the Constitution, whether it's about implementing different provisions of different statutory laws, So, the issues are multiple. Okay. And so since we come here today to talk about National Assembly, we'll just chip here and there, but we think it is good to encourage our members to participate in the assembly, which is the General Assembly of the Liberia National Bar Association.
Let's take a couple of calls and get maybe some of the members of the bar will want to chip in as we take few calls, and then we'll close up with the final information concerning the upcoming assembly. 0770-202-579, 0770-202-579. We have with us here this morning the National Secretary of the Liberian National Bar Association, talking about the upcoming assembly at the weekend. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Roland Lepo, and I called to congratulate the Secretary of the Bar, our able Secretary, Councilor Bonobama, long-term Lucy. And I just want to also chip in all the chieftain state election you talked about. I think the last time we had one was 1987. 1985, but we can't check it out. But I just called to congratulate him and members of the leadership of the bar for the remarkable work they continue to do. And we are so proud of the bar, even though some of us are in some form of delinquency, which we are working hard to correct. Okay. But we're really proud of our leadership, and they're doing an excellent job. And as I listen to the program, I couldn't help but to call and in this public manner congratulate the leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Jifle Nyansua, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother MARKA. How are you?
I'm great, Chief.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate you for hosting the Tough Talking Secretary General of the Bar Association.
Okay.
Honorable Eddie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, my dear brother. Good morning.
Appreciation to the leadership of the bar, chaired by Councilor Rainey. Who's a down to earth that you call anytime you answer your phone. Now, the point is that there's two questions. I know very well the level of the Supreme Court. They don't go after cases, or cases go to the Supreme Court. And what's about the bar? That's what I want to know, because there's a clear information from NIMBA, one of the reporters of OKFM, the president of Franklin Dinoku, he reported that motorcyclists were caught going to the media court, and either they are lawyers. Is the bar waiting for complaint? Number one. Two, there's a speaker national legal issue. I'm not getting the opinion from the bar. Are they waiting for complaint? That's my question.
What are some of these issues you call speaker national issues?
Let's take the issue of the Terry matter with these institutions.
Okay.
Because it's a sticker issue, it's now in court. What is the opinion of the bar? And there are other lawyers who are not, some of them are not licensed lawyer, and they go to client and represent them after receiving the money from client. Then the judge then says, no, you are not a licensed lawyer. What are the penalty for them?
Okay. I think these are good points. Thank you, Mr. Jifle Nyansua. 0770-202-579 is the number you can call. At the Bar Association, we're talking about they want an ordinary political show. Please lower the volume of your monitor, please. We are getting feedback.
Are you getting me now?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Nathaniel Jackson. I call from Mankivi.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say thank you for our honorable in studio with you. I say good morning to him. Go. I just want to say something that very doubting me today. I had the opportunity to get it straight of myself. Okay, what is the difference? I want to ask the honorable, what is the difference between the bar and the Supreme Court? Many cases are going on, and I'm confused.
Okay, he will answer you. Good morning.
Good morning, my God.
Good morning.
Good morning to the peace-loving people, Mama Labio. I'm not a lawyer by profession, but actually by contract. The first one has to do with what the Secretary General of the bar is doing to get rid of the corrupt lawyers to be the bar. That is one. And second is, what would they do after some for the booking? Because the promise is that record that you're going to treat the issue to the last extent.
Which issue? I didn't get the issue.
The issue about for the booking.
You mean Councillor Nwabudike?
Yeah, Councillor Uraki. I'm just how anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what will be the latest story about that issue anyway. But good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mega. Sorry, I'm sorry, but anyway, Mega, so let me appreciate my brother in there, Council Obama. I'm from the Council Center.
Okay.
I work with the Access to Justice Project, and I want to really emphasize, trying to emphasize on the need to ensure that customary justice system and the customary justice system are both working together to ensure that Liberia is also functioning in the justice system. And I also want to try to emphasize on the issue of competing with democracy by ensuring that we need to have elections for our customary justice system, our traditions, our constitution articulating indicated we need to have elections. And in many meetings that I have attended with government officials over the last 10+ years, we've always emphasized or asked the government to ensure that this constitutional provision is adhered to, and we hope that this government will work hard to ensure that the next election in 2029 we have election for our traditional leaders and chiefs, because they play a very important role in our democracy. So now, thank you so much for raising the issue. I'm happy that the Liberian Bar Association is getting involved with this process, because we have spoken about this from our perspective, and they have not been followed, but we hope that the bar will move ahead, and we intend to see how we can support where we the bar to ensure that our democracy is fully functional and completed in Liberia.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate your being on the show.
Okay, thank you so much for your participation as well. Because of time, let's go back to Council. Council, you can respond to some of the
Well, thank you.
key issues
Let me
raised.
thank the callers for their contributions. And so, from Attorney Lepo, Roland Lepo is a prominent member of the bar. He just called the comment there to commend the bar for the different activities we've undertaken. And so, I mean, we are undertaking the activity because of your support as a member of the bar. So we'll continue to do that, and that's what we're elected to do. Jiben Yesua wants to know the role of the bar in this issue regarding tenure, and then he talked about non-licensed lawyers. What's the punishment for them if they go and mess up more cases? We have talked about this thing over time. On the question of tenure, Ghibli, I'm afraid, as a member of the Supreme Court bar, this is a matter that is before the Supreme Court, and so, and then as National Secretary General of the bar, I don't think professionally, I will be doing justice to myself to come on the show to talk about the issue of tenure when it's before the Supreme Court. So I know there have been confusion with this matter, and the only institution in keeping with the principle of res judicata, to bring finality to this matter is this Honorable Supreme Court. So we wait for the opinion. I know arguments have been entertained and heard by the Honorable Supreme Court, the full bench, and so I know in no distant future we're going to have an opinion on this subject matter. Of course, if you ask me personally, I can tell you, yes, I have my own opinion as a lawyer who has done some research on this thing. Because when I work for the Governance Commission, we have all the issues brought before us. We discuss it, but right now, let me not comment on it because it is before the Honorable Supreme Court. Okay. I don't want to be fined, and then because I will run to you, they help me to pay that fine. So, on the question of the non-licensed lawyer, nobody, no member of the bar, including the Chief Justice of the Honorable Supreme Court of Liberia, have the right to practice law without lessons being granted by the Liberian National Bar Association. And that's why we must commend the Chief Justice and Associate. They are the first. Nobody will make the application, send the application to the bar to get the licenses. So if they can do that, who hear the apex code of our country, then we must encourage all members of the bar. Those who refuse to come to pay the annual dues and then other levies before they can be granted license have no right. And so anyone can invoke the law before any court to challenge any lawyer. And we want to commend in this public manner the National Association of Trial Judges. We've been working with them. They constitute membership of the bar as an auxiliary. They've been quite collaborative and cooperative with us. They have entertained arguments, objecting people who don't have the licenses, and so we want to encourage them to do that. As to punishment when they mess up people cases, the first thing, let me say in this public manner also, before you hire a lawyer, please, as a client out there, under my voice, please find out whether or not that lawyer is a licensed lawyer. Because if you come with your multi-million-dollar case and put it before a lawyer that is not licensed, when they damage your case, I don't know what you have to run. We are still trying to see whether that is also unethical, but we haven't adopted a position on that subject matter. But we are encouraging members of the public to always find out whether lawyers they go to take on their cases have licenses issued by the Liberia National Bar Association. Somebody wants to know the difference between the bar and the Supreme Court. They all work together. The Supreme Court, if you look at the Constitution, I know Article 66, for instance, they have the responsibility, 66, to run the judiciary. They head the judiciary branch of government. And of course, it's presided over by the Chief Justice. The Liberia National Bar Association is a professional membership organization, the umbrella organization for all lawyers practicing law in Liberia, including the Chief Justice and Associate Justices of the Honorable Supreme Court. So the two work together. But the other one has the judiciary. The other one is a professional civil society and membership organization that must work side by side, because we say without the bar, you can have a Supreme Court. Without the Supreme Court, you can have a bar. So the two work together to ensure that rule of law is enhanced in our country. The corruption of lawyers. People say lawyers are corrupt. Look, the Supreme Court has a grievance and ethics committee. The Liberia National Bar Association also has a grievance and ethics committee. We're talking about reconciliation, and we go back to the issue you raised about what do we want to reform the act, creating the bar, for instance. So what we need to do, maybe sometime in the future, we need to bring those two committees together, because in one jurisdiction, you cannot have two grievance and ethics committees. I mean, it's something that's unusual. You can have the Supreme Court having its own grievance and ethics committee, and the bar has its own grievance and ethics committee. Where do people go when they have grievances? So, and then when we sit down at the bar and even investigate our own members when we take action against the Supreme Court, say no, and all the kind of stuff. So there's a lot that in the works, and we think that collaborating with Supreme Court and the national legislature on this matter, I'm sure in the future we will have a clear-cut position, because even members of the public still stand confused as to where to go with their cases, whether they come to the bar directly or they go to the Honorable Supreme Court. So we need to look at that. But let me say to you, you have remedy if a lawyer is corrupt and you know that lawyer is corrupt and that lawyer has cheated you as a client. You can come to the bar or you go to the Grievance and Ethics Committee of the Supreme Court. And that is also applicable to judges who dispense the law. We have the Judiciary Inquiry Commission that you can go to. When you have issues, you just do a letter to the Office of the Chief Justice, and that letter will be forwarded to the Judiciary Inquiry Commission. If you think a judge has demonstrated manifest interest which has hindered your right as a client, you can also file a complaint against them. So then the Wamandiki situation, I know that Mr. Wamandiki went to the Supreme Court, but let me inform the public, Mr. Wamandiki remains expelled from the bar, and so the bar is here to adopt any formal position on the subject matter, so consider him as an expelled member of the bar, and I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of his petition he filed before the Supreme Court and where we are on all of that. Okay. Then our brother from the Carter Center, he commended us and said, look, the issue of customary justice, we think that is critical. You're talking about access to justice, that remains critical. There is no way we can attain access to justice without a wholesome functioning customary justice, which constitute, one of the component part of our justice system. Liberia has a dual legal system. We have the formal justice system, and we have a customary form of justice. And so there's no parity. There's no parity. But if you look at different assessments that have been done of our customary sector on how Liberia utilize the customary justice system, reports have pointed to the fact that, in fact, the customary form of justice account for disposition more than the formal justice system. And so, but we need to draw parity between the two. So what is it that we are lacking? So now we have a new government. We as a bar, we like to work with the new government. We like to work with the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We like to work with all civil society organizations to bring this conversation again back on the table so we can discuss it to make our judiciary a wholesome, functioning judiciary for the purpose of enhancing the rule of our country.
Just use 1 minute to close. In that 1 minute, you can re-emphasize the date and time for the assembly.
So
just 1 minute, please.
on Friday. Registration will begin at the EJS Ministerial Complex. You can go and register. And so, again, another issue that has been brought to the attention of the bar, people go, they don't pay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Councillor Obama. He's the National Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association. He's been our guest this morning on the last segment of the show, talking about the upcoming General Assembly of the Bar coming up this weekend. Well, my name is Marka Davis. O'Neill Roberts has been here. Richard Lucini has been behind the camera alongside Arthur Butler. Thanks ever so much for the team, and thanks for following us this morning on Real TV and by radio. Bye bye. We see you tomorrow with another fresh edition of the Breakfast Show.